Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. Thanks for clicking on this video to see what we think about this car. We have the brand new Cupra Terramar. Ollie's over here as well. What we're going to do today, Ollie?
Well, I've been living with the Terramar for a while now, and I want to tell you what it's like to drive on UK roads, what I love about the car, what I don't like about the car, and what I think is the best trim level to get. If that sounds good, then keep watching. Just to let you guys know, we release an episode every single Friday. Next week, we check out the brand new Hyundai Santa Fe plug-in hybrid. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that episode. Okay, so I'm sitting in the VZ2 trim. It's £53,000 as the top trim level. It's got the 2-litre turbocharged engine, the same engine that you have in a VW GTI Golf. And you've got it in the Seat Leon as well and the Cupra Formentor. Now it's 265 PS. It doesn't get the 333 PS. You cannot spec that. We'll talk about that a bit later on. But this goes 0 to 62 in 5.9 seconds. We'll do a launch. I have seen some other people say that they can get it a lot less than that, which would be good. And so we'll do a launch with that later on. The 7-speed gearbox with this 2-litre. If you get the plug-in hybrid one, you only get the 6-speed gearbox. And I've got to say, having the Terramar and using it all week, the gear changes have been absolutely great. Like when you're just tickling along on the motorway, really smooth. Then when you put it in Cupra mode, really holds on to those gears so long you think it's in manual, but it isn't. And we'll talk a little bit about Cupra mode later on when we throw it down some B roads. Now, the Cupra Terramar isn't just another SUV. Its name actually carries some history with it. It comes from the historic Sitges Terramar race circuit near Barcelona, where Cupra actually first announced its move to become a standalone brand. It measures around 4.5 metres long. It's the last new model from Cupra to feature combustion engines before the brand shifts entirely towards electrification. A true blend of heritage, performance, and future ambition. I want to talk to you a little bit about stats and sales in the UK and Europe. The Cupra Terramar is set to become one of the brand's most important SUVs. It hit the roads in the UK here in 2025, and it will sit between the Formentor and the Tavascan. Across Europe, Cupra sales have surged past 150,000 units annually, with the UK being one of its fastest growing markets. The Terramar is designed to keep that momentum going, offering petrol, hybrid, and even a plug-in hybrid powertrain, with a focus on performance and efficiency. Let's talk about boot space then with the Terramar. 540 litres of boot space. You've got some cubbies on the other side where you can store a little first aid bag, which is handy. And you've got an adjustable boot floor too, so you can take that out, put it down. But when you do put it at the bottom one, there's a bit of a lip. But you can take it from 540 litres to 642 litres. And how you do that is take this out, put it down gently, and you can slide the rear seats forward. Now look at this. This goes forward. You can see a little bit of space there. And then these also slide forward, and you've got a 60, you've got a 40, 20, 40 split on all trims as well. But look at that, 642 litres now in your boot space, which isn't that far off the Tiguan. Now, in my opinion, the best trim level to go for is the V1. And I'm going to tell you why. It gets everything. Keyless entry, cameras, it gets all the big 12.9 infotainment screen. You get a heated steering wheel. The only thing you don't get is heated seats. Now, if you go up to V2, you get Dynamica in your seats, and you get a heads-up display, and you get 19-inch rims. They're the main three things that you're paying nearly over £2,000 more for. The V1 will be a 1.5 TSI, and I think if you go for that engine, you're going to get 46 mpg. This does 33 mpg, and I'll be telling you later in the video like what I've been getting real world mpg, but it isn't great because obviously it's a 2-litre power unit. But anyway, V1 trim, the lease deals that I found on the V1 trim as well, works out cheaper than the Tiguan, even though a Tiguan is a cheaper car to buy. So sometimes leasing is great for more expensive cars because they're in stock, they're already made, and they want to get them out. Now listen to this lease deal. £360 per month, no deposit, so you don't dip into your savings. Fabulous. And then 10,000 miles a year, 3-year deal. To me, for 365 pounds per month, that is such a great car to have. One thing I absolutely love about the car is Cupra mode. Slamming it in now. I'm in some B roads. The handling on this car is absolutely insane. Those gear changes, they're so quick as well, but it's so direct. Literally, the cornering of the car is so taut, and the front end minimises that body roll on this stiffer suspension. And I'm so impressed with the handling. It's really fantastic. And then you've got this augmented noise coming in through your speakers. But it's got a electric power steering system, right? So electric motor mounted on the rack rather than the column. And that's normally done with performance cars and heavier cars. And basically it just makes it so sharp. It's got progressive steering as well. All the progressive steering comes with all trims, and the more you use the steering wheel, the more the actual wheels turn, so you don't have to go too many revolutions from lock to lock. The only thing about the handling with the car is it is a little bit vague in terms of road surface. Like, you can't feel when you go from one piece of asphalt into another piece of asphalt, and then when you go around the corner there, you want to feel some micro vibrations or a little bit of grip through the tyres, like mid-bend, and you don't. It is a little bit vague in that sense. And I think with a steering map nowadays and software, you can make algorithms to mimic road surface and grip through the wheel, and I think that's what it lacks. Just that little bit of extra tune on this car would make it fantastic. And when I'm driving a performance car, I expect performance things, and one of the things that you want to test is the handling capability. And I've got to say, it is really good. It just lacks a little bit of that. Listen to this. I mean, brilliant. Some people find that a bit naff, a bit novelty. I don't mind it. I don't mind that augmented sound.
Pause on the video just to share with you some of our latest links. We've got some exclusive members content for you. So we're going to bring brand new lease deals and some car news for you, and some exclusive shorts as well. We've also got a brand new Patreon. So if you want your name featured in our videos, please sign up and follow the link in the description, as well as some brand new merch. We've got some cool designs I want you to check out and let us know what you think. Okay, so let's have a look around the outside of this Terramar to see what it looks like, and I want to hear your opinions as well, because me personally, I think it's a very good looking car. Cupra do well with their designs, don't they, Ollie? You love it. You absolutely love it. I love it.
Do you know what? I don't get excited about too many cars. I think this is the best looking.
You don't get excited about cars?
Nah, not too many cars.
You're a car journalist. What do you mean?
Best looking family SUV out there. It reminds me of the Cupra Dark Rebel that we looked at in Munich. So many cool shapes and angles. These triangles are fantastic, and you see them throughout the car. We'll get to the rear light bar in a minute, but this is the VZ2 trim, the top performance model that they do. Look at the front of this car. Look how massive it is. You've got functional aero as well, massive grille. It looks mean and sporty.
It does indeed. I think for me personally, the front of the car is probably the worst angle for me, but I think that is...
Ow.
I still think it's a good looking car, don't get me wrong. It's still a good looking car. It looks good compared to a lot of other cars. I think Cupra and their design language just do very well, much better than VW or other companies in the VW group. I do think they're a step ahead.
Come with me, check these wheels out, right? These are 20-inch rims. You get them on the VZ2. They've got performance brakes as well, 6-piston calipers. Now, those are around £2,000 extra, but they are insane. Now, if you go for the lower trim level, the V1, which is actually quite good, you get 18 inches. Performance tyres as well with a polymer coating. Cupra do not know how to make a bad wheel. Drink that in.
That wheel does look very good. I'm impressed with that, and those brakes do look tasty. Coming around the side, it's not as big as you think, this car, is it? It's quite a sort of compact SUV size, but it is still an SUV.
You've got to think about the Tiguan, right? Because on the same platform as the Tiguan, this is actually lower, 10 millimeters lower than the Tiguan. And when you get in, it does feel lower. I think for people that love good looking cars and want something nice to look at, get this. If you want something understated and a little bit more space, then obviously the Tiguan makes sense. But no chrome on the car. This light bar you get with all trims, which is fantastic, and it's like a shark. They've taken inspiration from a shark here. You can see all the shark teeth, and all this multi-level lighting just looks fab at night.
I do love the back of this car, and that light bar is absolutely exquisite with the Cupra and the back bumper. It all just looks good. I think this is their best angle. It just looks mean and meaty, doesn't it?
It does look cool. And this is called Timanfaya Grey, which is a £680 option. Now, what I love about Cupra and VW as well is they have meaning behind the name. So Timanfaya, if you've been to Lanzarote, or Lanzagrotte, some people call it, it's a volcanic island. It's a national park, and it references that, and it's inspired by the volcanic rock over there. So it's very sort of menacing and dark and sleek.
That's some good info. I like that.
Another thing I really like and have enjoyed over having this car is the steering weight. So when you put it in comfort, it's nice and light, but it isn't as light as other SUVs. There's still a little bit of weight to it because it's a performance car. But then when you put it in Cupra mode, the weighting of the wheel is really good. You don't want it any stiffer than that, and it just builds that confidence because you just need to have a little bit more force when you move it around the corners so it stays stable in the corners. So I think they've done the wheel weighting really well. And then the main thing I absolutely love is the exterior over everything else. The handling, the performance, the practicality, it's the exterior. It's a head turner. Everywhere I've driven this car, literally double takes. Old women, old men, young men, it doesn't matter, you know, animals, everyone is looking at this car. Okay, at the start of the video I said I'm going to take some good things I like and some bad things. Now the bad things are with this 2 litre VZ2 is the MPG is not great. And I've got up here my long-term MPG and it's 26.6 MPG. Now Cupra say this one can get 33. And I think maybe you can get that, but it'd be really hard and you have to make sure you don't do any harsh driving. And it's a performance car at the end of the day. You are going to put it in Cupra mode and have a blast. And that is what I've been doing. But like I said, I have had it in comfort mode most of the time, keeping it comfortable. And I've been getting that MPG. And now it's dropped to 26.6 on that long term, over 5 hours of driving. And it isn't great, you know, and that's why I think, you know, the V1 with the 1.5 TSI petrol engine with 46 MPG could be really good because the car just looks insane and you can still get it in V1. Second thing I don't like, flappy paddles. Why are they not metallic? And why are they not copper? It'd be such a great reason to make them copper. There's copper accents everywhere, right? Why would you not put big metallic copper paddles on here? They just feel really plastic. And again, when you're in a performance car, it's about feel, isn't it? It's about being engaged and immersed in something, and nice little tactile, cold metallic paddles would be good. Third thing I don't like that there isn't a 333 PS version that you get in the Formentor, that you get in the Leon, and you don't get it in this. You only get the 265 PS version. Now, maybe they're thinking because this is an SUV, they don't want to offer the 333 PS, but to me, I'm thinking if you're someone who wants that, you're just going to go for the Formentor. My only reason I think is it's just going to make the MPG that much worse. Maybe it throws the balance off, but it's a bit of a weird one considering they've got that power unit ready and available and it's just a software tune, but you cannot spec it. Anyway, I've waffled on long enough. They're the 3 things that have really got my goat over this last week.
Okay, so let's tell you about the interior of the Terramar because the design is just, you know, a little bit different, isn't it? I mean, you love the design. Let me turn you around so I can show you what I'm on about. So firstly, you're greeted with this big old display, which is angled towards the driver.
Yeah.
And just the materials, the copper accents that Cupra do, and the doors like this, it's just designed pretty well. I mean, these copper accents do look very sleek and very good, don't they?
I love those door handles. It looks like Harry Potter's wand, and some people might go, oh, that's easy to break, but I don't think so. It feels pretty durable, and I love that element. The lighting in the doors as well. You've got to remember this is the VZ2 trim, so you've got these burgundy leather bucket seats as well, where Adam thinks they don't look
burgundy. They're just a bit of a weird brown.
No, they're not brown.
I'm not sure. I just prefer it black. Just
guys, let me know what you think the colour is. What does it look like? It's burgundy. It's kind of like a plum of purple. Again, if you look at the Cupra Dark Rebel, that has some really cool purple dark colours, and I love the referencing. Again, you've got copper accents. Stitching is great, and I think you've got leather. There's so many squidgy materials up here as well.
Very squidgy. I mean, the Dark Rebel is a very different car, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it was a concept, but a lot of the design language from that has come in. Now, this is, well, again, designed for the driver, isn't it? But that would be bare. That's plastic, right? It'd be better if it was metallic, because that's the only thing.
So this is the centre console, which is quite high, to be fair. It's quite high. I feel like they could have had a bit more storage in there. We've only got a little bit of storage here with your phone charger, 2 cup holders. Why do VW Group cars do this?
I don't know.
What is this about? Why is this tray here?
I think it's just coins, and they don't want to just have it blocked
Who uses
off.
coins anymore? Absolutely no one. Oh, pardon you.
Ladies.
So in here, you've got a little bit more storage, which isn't that big, to be honest.
And look what's hidden.
Ollie can get one-handed.
Little 12 volt. Some people might not know about that.
12 volt in there, that's interesting.
And there's a little bit of storage there. But I think overall, the steering wheel is great. The orbital buttons. I think every steering wheel should have a start, engine, stop on there.
I know, it feels so sporty, doesn't it?
And then you've got this cowl is nice, and like it's got plenty of give. You know, this is the VZ2 trim again. We said that, so you expect it to be pretty cool. It's got ambient lighting that runs all the way here, all around, and you know, like in the Q6, it lights up if the blind spot. This will light up here red. So we've seen it in other cars as well. It does look really good, especially at night time. It would be good if you indicated like the Q6 and flashed
yeah, I
up.
know.
But it doesn't do that. This, I've been really impressed living with this. 12.9 inches, massive whopper, 10.25 DigiDash. I don't think brands should be allowed to get away with making a DigiDash less than that. That is really good, really perfect. But wow, this, considering it's a VW product and they used to be a bit laggy, has been so
improved.
responsive. It's
I
so
like that
responsive.
it's not just the exact same menu from VW as well. Like that
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. Although you've got the same sort of, you know, quick controls at the bottom, which is handy. It is good to see, although they are like touch. And
Yeah, the only, it's a hot day, don't put it up. But the only annoying thing about that is, say when you're on the navigation, right? So you're on the navigation, earlier I was on the navigation and I wanted to go literally like to the climate to turn it down. Now, I couldn't do that without pressing the climate, then turning it down and then putting it back to the nav. Now, I know it's minor, but sometimes with separate climate controls, you can just do that literally on the fly.
Yeah, so that's 2 steps. You want 1-step solution.
But I'll tell you what I have been really impressed with is the way you can customize this. So, for example, look at this. You can bring down the top, bring this down here, and you can press and hold and choose what you want to drag and drop into there. So you can have, you know, your driving assists and whatnot as well, turn them all off. It's a quick way to do it. And then also, another thing that's customizable, this, you can have 3 quick shortcuts, drag from the apps, put them up there, very handy. And then press down here, and you might go, do you know what? I want my auto down in the bottom. I don't want that, or I want my aircon max at the bottom. So as soon as you start customizing your infotainment with all these shortcuts, it makes it super quick. Like when I get in the car now, I'm literally down, go on here, turn off all of the attention monitor, like driving systems. You can actually do it with the wheel. Look, there's a button here as well. So they've actually thought about different ways, assist systems, lane assist, speed warning. But that is really good. And it's come on leaps and bounds from old VW tech. So it's been great to live with.
That's good. The usability's had an improvement. Nice old sunroof as well in this trim, which is like a double sunroof, isn't it?
Yeah, it allows a lot of light to come in because this is quite a dark car, especially with the dark seats. Windows aren't the biggest because it's a sporty car. You feel low, and it's nice to have the pano roof just allow that light and give you some creative space.
I think the only thing is, there's not much storage. Like, there's not much storage anywhere. These storage bins are quite small on the doors, and the actual view, you can't really see the bonnet that well. And it's not very high up, is it?
I like the bonnet. Visibility is good. The rear window is really small. Like if you didn't use the tech and you tried to reverse the car, just looking out the back, there's some big blind spots. So you have to use the cameras. These aren't too bad, these front pillars. But overall, I think it's a really gorgeous car to sit in. Better than the VW.
Better than the VW. So overall, it's a very comfortable and nice place to be. You have to let us know what you think about the interior of this Terramar in the comments down below.
Now, one important factor when you're buying a car or leasing a car is comfort in the rear seats. I've got Adam with me. Adam, talk to me. What's it like back there?
Okay, so let me tell you about the back of the Terramar, and starting with your actual seating position. I feel like you're fairly reclined, and it does feel quite comfortable, to be fair. And the actual suspension itself isn't too hard. It's not the softest in the world, but it's also not going to, you know, put your back out when you are travelling in the back. The actual view, so the sunroof does make a good difference. It lets in a bit more light, makes it a bit more of a pleasant place to be. But these side windows here are just a little bit small, and I feel like I'm just looking straight into this pillar here, which isn't ideal. You've got 2 USBs and some climate controls here. Quite a hefty lump in the floor as well, so there's not loads and loads of room. Knee room, it's okay. I'd say if you're tall, you can have an issue. I'm not the tallest of guys, but you haven't got any storage nets or anything either. But you do have a small little door bin for some drinks or whatever. You've got 2 cup holders in the middle here, and the actual seats themselves are fairly squidgy, fairly comfortable. I've got no complaints with that. All I will say is the seats that I'm looking at in front of me are just massive. It's just a big surface area. I feel like I can't really see around them very easily, so it does give it a little bit of a claustrophobic feel, but it's fairly minimal. I think most people are going to be fairly okay in the back here. I think 3 adults might be a little bit of a squeeze, but 2, you're definitely going to be comfortable.
So most of the time when I'm jumping in the Terramar, I've been dropping off my daughter at school and been doing the pickups, and this has got the DCC, the Dynamic Chassis Control damping system with the 2-valve dampers, and that is on Continental GT Continental Bentley as well, I believe, which is really cool to have. Now, obviously you get it in the VZ1, the VZ2 trim, but what I want to say is, when I'm in the comfort mode, it's really comfortable. Like, so much so you can see a vast difference. There's even a little bit of float and body roll every now and again because everything's just softened up in comparison to when you throw it in the Cupra mode or the performance mode. And I've got them here, and literally, if you go into individual, you can see in the settings your DCC and what you can actually have. 15 different settings. We've seen it before on the VW products. All the way down, softest, all the way up, stiffest, when you want to have some real animated, spirited drives. But most of the time, I've been driving it in comfort. Suspension has been absolutely great. I'm talking big potholes, gentle thuds, and lumps and bumps, still very composed. So I would say if you're looking at it for a family car and you're worried a bit about the performance aspect, it might not be comfortable. If you do have the DCC spec, just know that it is comfortable day to day, and it's been absolutely fantastic for me. Let's talk competition. We're going to look at the base prices here. Cupra Terramar starts at £38,995 on the UK website. You could get an Audi Q3, £38,300, BMW X1, £36,920, a Volvo XC40, £35,840, VW Tiguan, these are compared a lot to the car, and that starts at £35,385. It is cheaper, however, I have seen cheaper leases for the Terramar in higher trim levels. Anyway, you let me know what you would have over the Terramar. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do a launch. First of all, let's put it in Cupra mode. So we go into Cupra mode, there we go. It's the one with the logo of the Cupra. There you go, if I put it on there, on the drive, it'll come up. Then what you need to do is make sure you click ESC in Sport, and then it comes up and tells you emergency assist is currently unavailable. Now 0 to 62, 5.9 seconds is what they say. Four-wheel drive with this one. Build it up. Let's go! Oh, that sounds good. And that's 60. That does feel quick. That did feel quick, you know. So there you go. As soon as you start building those revs, you can see it's a launch program activated. It says the SOS button is turned off, doesn't use as soon as you mess around with the ESC on that button. And that's how easy it is to do a launch. Just stick it into Cupra mode, plant your foot and launch it. They reckon 5.9 seconds. Some people have said they'd get it in 5.6. I mean, would it be nice to get it into the under 5 in the 4 bracket as a performance car? It's not a hot hatch, remember, it is an SUV, but part of me still feels, because it is the top performance trim, it still feels that I want it a bit quicker. Another thing I love, and I love in this Terramar, is the customization. So the 10.25 inch cockpit display is so crisp and clear. I love how sporty it is with the font type they've used. I can have a G meter. The buttons on the steering wheel just work so well, and you've got the orbital buttons, which you change drive modes and your start stop, which is fab. But basically, you can change so many different things and have the dials, have them a little bit more simpler. You can bring your navigation in as well, and then you can click when you've got it on this with just the central dial. You can change it by clicking OK in the middle, and you can have a speed thing. What's it called? A lap timer. You can change it to a lap timer. Great if you're taking it on a track. I just think those little technological things are just really geeky and nerdy, and they just tick my box. I absolutely love that you can have a lap timer in there and you can customize things and change it. Also, it's been dead quiet in here. Been really impressed with just how quiet the cabin can be.
Okay, so that's been our episode on the Cupra Terramar, and to be honest, we really enjoyed this car. It's a great car. It's very good. It's very capable on the road, but it just is let down by that MPG. So let us know if you're considering this car, because Ollie absolutely loved this car, didn't you, Ollie?
I'm getting one of these. I'm getting one. If I was going to lease one at the moment, I cannot find a better deal than what we spoke about. £360 a month, no deposit, no dipping into your savings, and 10k miles for 3 years. It just makes sense to me. Let me know what you think about the Terramar. What else would you get over the Terramar? Let me know in the comments. As always, let me know if you like the episode. Throw us a like, get subbed to Car Chat TV, and we will see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.